Now, we note that 22,000 crores are to be paid to the oil marketing companies for their losses on LPG cylinder sales. There are no supplementary allocations specifically for their losses on fuel. But I would like to draw the attention of this House to the troubling fact that government data shows that fuel prices are being kept unchanged for weeks and sometimes months before assembly elections, only to be changed soon after. Data from the Oil Ministry's Petroleum Planning and Analysis Cell shows that petrol and diesel prices have been controlled, that most of the control is exerted in the months leading up to an assembly election and are relaxed once the assembly elections are over. For example, an excellent article in ThePrint today shows that prices were kept unchanged for 5 days before the assembly elections in Arunachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh and Sikkim in April 2019 and changed after. By the time the Bihar elections were held in November 2020, prices were kept unchanged for 51 days before the last date of polling and then began to be changed within 2 weeks after. Before the West Bengal elections in 2021, fuel prices were kept unchanged for 31 days before the last date of polling and were changed just 5 days after. Then, of course, the duration of unchanged fuel prices rose sharply because of oil prices in the international market. Before the 5 assembly elections in February-March of this year, UP, Goa, Manipur, Punjab, Uttarakhand, prices were kept unchanged for a whopping 4 months prior to the last day of polling. Notably, the revision of prices resumed just 2 weeks after the elections got over. And the recently concluded elections in Himachal and then Gujarat showed a similar trend. Fuel prices were kept unchanged for more than 8 months before the last day of voting in Gujarat, and it remains to be seen for how long these prices will remain unchanged now that the elections are over. I say this, sir, because while the Finance Minister will say that pricing decisions lie with the oil marketing companies, that is unlikely to be the case, since it's clear that it is the oil marketing companies that have to bear the brunt of having to buy expensive oil and sell fuel at cheaper prices to suit the government's political convenience. This will ultimately pose a cost to us, the taxpayers, either in terms of any bailouts the government has to transfer to these companies to cover their losses, or to all of us as consumers, because even with world oil prices reducing as they now are in the future, fuel prices in India will be kept high so these companies can recover their losses. Otherwise, yet another supplementary demand for grants will be needed, Mr. Chairman.